Next weekend, the Concha Del Mar has an all-new event, Sink or Swim. If you thought the aquarium...
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. Now, I saw C.J. McCollum play all 4 of his years at Lehigh. He said the grind and hunger of a mid-major athlete is just different. You have to carry the responsibility of the team and literally the entire program. The tournament is on your shoulders. You get a lot of stuff that can't be taught. Guys, now he's the teacher. I'm just glad he's no longer schooling my beloved AU Eagles.
And David, as most people know, you went to American, so I get it. Class in session. Thanks, DA. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. At the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. Winslow is out there with Larry Nance, and it's Little in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Wizards, they've got Daniel Gafford. Hayward out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's MP. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. And Greg, as we near the end of the regular season, some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and the lottery teams sometimes ready to call it a day.
Well, a lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games do count.
They get the rebound. Another shot, and he lays it up and
Larry
in.
Nance Jr.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out-hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. And he dunks it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for Washington. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season. And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
That one good for 2.
C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
And here's James outside. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. McCollum outside. Shoots over Kuzma. Rebound by the Wizards. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one. Then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
Now here's Hayward after the miss from Damian Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. And here's James outside. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's 6 points for MP.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the list of players with multiple series-clinching buzzer beaters in the playoffs, Michael Jordan and Damian Lillard.
And with a little bon voyage wave of the hand for good measure, Dame time is as real as it gets.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Gafford kicks to Dinwiddie. The Wizards working the ball around now. Passes it to James. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hayward. Wizards need to get a shot off here. And James throws it down.
And really exemplifies who Hayward is. A team player, someone who enjoys spotting his open teammate.
Now, here's Lillard. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Winslow, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford.
Basketball.
Here's Little. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
The drive by James. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And the basket by McCollum.
That's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Inside, it's tipped. Gafford. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
That was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando. Little can't hit.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them. Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
James, the pass to Gafford. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
McCollum, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hayward passes to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Hachimura is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Miles Bridges comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Abdiaz checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Beal subbed in for Dinwiddie. Portland also making some changes. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Little. Andrew Shamet comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Kennard. After the miss from James. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Beal dishes to James. To the inside. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Shamet kicks to Winslow. Off target with his 3. Washington leading out by 8. The drive by James. Here's Beal. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Into the lane. And it's Simons missing. Washington's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Kicks it out to James. Bridges against Kennard. Back to James. Doesn't go for him.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Kennard. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. James outside. Pass to Bridges. Back to James. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse. James has got 15 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Bridges against Kennard. There's the pass to Shamet. Nance trying to break loose. And it's Shamet missing.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Beal, the pass to James. Outside, Beal. Back to James from the arc. And that one released in time, but no good. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Wizards lead by 12. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. Well, with the talent around him, Damian Lillard able to play off the ball. He explained how that helps him get open.
Getting the ball later in possessions when the defense isn't so sharp. You know, usually at the beginning of a defensive possession is get over the first screen. You know, the energy is up, they're interested, and usually at about 12 seconds they're a little tired. The interest goes down.
Now, and Damian Lillard, Greg, accustomed to making shots with the clock winding down.
They have a phrase for it. Whether the defense is locked in or not, that clock is ticking down to Dame time.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Washington?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Also feels like they just got into a great rhythm from the three-point line right away in the game.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Kennard is out there with Nance. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Justice Winslow, and it's Simons in at the point. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pacers delivered quite a performance. He scored 41 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Simons. A 24-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Passes to Hachimura. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
There's Winslow. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Terrific pick-and-roll play there, executed to perfection with Winslow benefiting.
Pass to James. A three ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Nance. Here's Simons. Now Kennard. 14 points from him the last game against the Magic in Orlando.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Now here's Beal. Over Kennard. The shot by Beal, no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Kennard's shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
And the first time on field call here for the Trailblazers.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Bridges. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Rui Hachimura. Kispert's checked in for Avdia. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Bradley Beal. James misses. Trailblazers trailed by 20. Shamet kicks to Lillard. And there's the pass to Little. McCollum with the ball. Dinwiddie covering. It's tipped, and he gets it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Just a smooth score as C.J. McCollum, and that combination of being confident and crafty keeps helping him pile up points in terms of his career statistics. Now he's at the line.
And standing 6'3" at that shooting guard spot, you know, the naysayers will question McCollum's lack of size defensively.
Well, it might not be, G.A., the size part of it defensively. It's the fact that, you know, you'd like to make more of an impact defensively. So forget the size. CJ needs to show some more effort on that end. The best part about CJ is that he usually wins the matchup on a nightly basis because he's such an incredible scorer, and that's where maybe you make up the difference.
And it's Kispert in the corner. Back to James. Dinwiddie outside. Lock at 6. James right side. Off target from three-point range. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Now here's James. 1 points in the game. Passes it to Gafford. Now here's Kispert. Here's James, and the layup's good off the glass. James has got 23 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another. Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. Dinwiddie passes to James. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Gafford. Gafford's got 4 this quarter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Shamet. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, he's going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And the shot goes down. 25 points for MP.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Nice D from Lillard. Trailblazers trailed by 20. Feeds to McCollum. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. McCollum's got 15 points.
I feel like the team right now is accepting the fact that C.J. McCollum is on fire, so they're looking for him on possessions in the half court.
Gafford, the 7-footer falls. 12 points for him. Here's Shamet. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. Rebounded by the Wizards. Kuzma's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Wizards working the ball around now. Gafford misses. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Kuzma. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Blazers substitution.
Six seconds left in the first half of basketball.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
And so it's Washington closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Hayward. Then it's MP. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Lillard. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Out to the right wing. Dinwiddie dishes to James. Hayward on the wing. Back to James. Jacks up a 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
It's McCollum on the wing. Defended by Hayward. McCollum kicks to Winslow. Lillard against Dinwiddie. And Damian Lillard with the bucket. On the assist by Little.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
James with it. He's picked up by Nance. Here's Kuzma. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal
It goes
foul.
on Justice Winslow.
First team foul.
Clearly a foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And the edge Kuzma plays with is terrific. A tough, versatile player who plays with a real hunger to keep getting better.
Hachimura is checked in for Daniel Gafford. Portland also making some changes.
Damian
Luke
Lillard.
Kennard, he's checked in
Three-point
for
field
Little.
goal.
And it's Simons in for McCollum. James in the post. 33 points for him. In the corner, it's Hayward. Back to James. Now the pass to Hachimura. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting
Luke
foul.
Kennard. That's his
Most
first
NBA
personal
players
foul.
are stars, Greg, once
Second
they
team
start
foul. Blazers
And let's
substitution.
quickly check out the scoring breakdown here
Shooting
for
for
the
Portland.
Wizards.
They keep
CJ
piling up the
McCollum
assists, and they
at the
haven't
line
cooled
for
off
1.
at all.
And it's a feel-good night from behind the three-point line, racking up a ton of threes.
And out of Lehigh, C.J. McCollum, probably the best player ever out of the Patriot League.
Yeah, I don't think that's a stretch, Kevin. In 2013, when he was taken 10th in the NBA draft, I think a lot of people were trying to look up not just C.J. McCollum's name, but where Lehigh was in the country. But that draft pick has paid off huge for Portland. Him and Lillard have been one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league for the last few seasons. And it is a tough matchup on a nightly basis to try to produce against what McCollum brings to the table offensively.
Here's McCollum after the made shot from James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kennard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. On the wing, James. James covering. James, the pass to Kispert. Back to James. And James throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's James. And the dunk by James.
That's his 3rd personal
Just
foul.
powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
And here's James outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum with the ball. He's got 23. Shoots over Gafford. McCollum no good. Washington's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. McCollum outside. Lets it fly. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Portland. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter.
Washington foul.
On the court for the Trailblazers.
That's his 4th
We've
personal
got Brown.
foul.
And it's
First
Neto
team
in
foul.
the 2 spot. Here's Ellaby. Passes it to James. 6 to shoot. Rebound by Kispert. From the Wizards, they're shooting so well. 63% the offense working as one cohesive unit. Here's Richards. Back to James. 3-pointer. Connects from 3-point range. James has got 42 in the game.
Well, he should be playing this game with an apron on because he's cooking right now.
Pass to Watford. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Pass to Richards. Back to James. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 17 now just in the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
From the box 16, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
James looking it over. And the pass to Richards. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 7th assist in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Neto. And here is James. Brown wide open. He fires. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. The drive by James. Kispert wide open. He fires. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted.
Blazers substitution.
McCollum against James.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
To the right side. Down low. And he floats in for the easy two. Good at the assist on that one.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Portland moving the ball around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Driving inside. Winston the pass to James. To the paint. He kicks it to Kispert. 5 to shoot. Over to the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Wizards.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know,
That'll be 3
there were
seconds.
some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for them.
Substitution on the court.
James outside. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Simons. Neto kicks to James. 5 on the clock. And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the three. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Olnich, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time